or they try to.
What in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
You're now listening to Music Impulse with Smilez.
Y'all, it's your boy Smilez, and we back for another episode of the Music Impulse. In this episode, we're doing another album review. We're going to discuss the new album from Chris Brown, 1111. And on this special episode, I had to bring in one of the biggest Chris Brown fans that I know, person that actually made me a fan way back then, because, you know, being a little bit older, then you find out that actually I'm only like a year or two older than this guy. But felt like he was a kid at the time, but had to bring in my little sister, Taylor. Yeah, this is your first time. I did record with you and actually once before. I can't remember if we did or not. But I think it's your first time. If not, yeah, this is your first time. All right. I had to bring on my little sister, Miss Taylor, the biggest Chris Brown fan I know, to discuss his new album, her love of Chris Brown, and everything in between. But how you doing this early morning on a Tuesday?
I'm good. Cold.
But yeah, figured we could just start off with a little bit of the back history with Chris Brown. Let's give it some hit, let the folks know your love of Chris Brown. Do you remember when you first heard Chris Brown and how you felt?
That's so funny. Yeah, I do. I think we was watching like 106 in Park or something, and it was like his first video. I'm like, okay, I kind of like him. Then I just kept on hearing it, and I'm like, oh, I like him. And then, like, my Uncle George was buying me magazines. He'd be buying me the CDs, and it was just like almost like a real infatuation. Then I grew up a little bit, and I kind of stopped listening to him. But his last two albums kind of made me steer back, especially this last one. And I would say how he promoted it, and just the little bit of a pivot that he's done with this CD compared to other stuff. So.
Okay. So let's start off with this new album, 1111, which actually I just saw this morning. He's already announced. Are y'all ready for the deluxe?
Dang.
I think it's because he said originally a feature that he had with Justin Bieber was supposed to be the last song on the album, but they couldn't clear it in time. So the deluxe is actually going to have the Justin Bieber song on there. So. But yeah, so oh yeah, so yeah, how'd you feel when you first heard this new album, 1111, and how'd you feel with the fact that originally he said it was just gonna be 11 songs and it turned out to be 22 songs, but it was a whole 11 a.m., 11 p.m. thing?
Yeah, you could definitely tell the difference in the songs, like which one's like 11 a.m. compared to 11 p.m. Which is good because it's different type of music on here for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like he did this before with the CD, like where he got a whole bunch of songs on it.
Mm-hmm. That's what me and my friends talk about all the time, that Chris Brown is the person that got everybody started putting a million songs on their projects. It's like the only problem is they're not Chris Brown, so it's not as good quality. It's like a Chris Brown album, like 22 songs, you're probably gonna like at least 15 to 18 of these songs.
Exactly.
Everybody else, you have a 22 album song and you might like 5 songs for everybody else.
Yeah, that was Indigo. That was such a long one.
Yeah. But we was like, yeah, Chris Brown started that whole trend. It's just that these folks, they not Chris Brown.
Yeah, and I would say I like a good 18 out of 22 of these songs.
Yeah. So, what were some of your standouts from this one?
One that I liked was That's On You with Future. I don't know if
Oh,
I
yeah.
just liked it because Future was on it or what, but I really, really, really liked that one. I like Feel Something, and I like Stutter.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I like the song that's on the radio. What's that song? Summer Too Hot. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Summer Too Hot.
Yeah, I like that one. And I like Very Special.
Yeah, because my standouts was That's on You. I like the intro song, the Angel Numbers 10 Toes. I like that one, how it starts, gives you the whole theme for 11:11. I said That's on You is like one of my standouts. Best Ever with Maida, because I love her album. No One Else with Friday, because Friday's album this year was one of my favorites. I like what he's been doing. Very Special, Midnight Freak, Stutter. Summer Too Hot actually had to grow on me because I was like, I like this song, but then the more I heard it on the radio, I was like, Summer Too Hot and all that stuff. I was like, okay. And Red Flags, one of my
I knew you was
standouts.
gonna say that. I was just about to ask you what you thought about Red Flags.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my standouts. But overall, it's a really good album. I like to hear Chris Brown. It's always good to hear Chris Brown coming back and doing his thing and showing stuff. But what else was I going to ask you? Talk about favorites from the new album. How you got your first start with Chris Brown. Definitely want to get into the whole history of Chris Brown. So what would you say was your first thoughts? Let's see how to say it. Let's go back to the Rihanna thing. Were you still a fan around the Rihanna thing, and then what made you kind of not be a fan of him, or at least for a little while?
At first I was like in the middle. Like I didn't like the situation, but then at the same time, like, and it sounds so biased, but you really don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But he did beat her up. Like, but I don't know. In my head, and it's probably because it is a little bit biased. I just kept telling myself like she probably hit him, or you know what I mean? Like she probably hit him, or sometimes females do that. But what made me not like him for a little bit, it was like the dark skin comment. And it wasn't even that he don't like dark skin. It was just the delivery. But then I had to remember, like, being a celebrity, just being a person, period, sometimes you don't always say stuff in the right way. It don't mean to offend, you know what I mean? So
yeah, because I know he was just in the news recently with that whole Iran-Israel stuff going on about, I guess, some comments he made, and he had to make a statement like, yo, y'all taking my words and twisting it. That's not what...
Twisting it.
So I was like that. But I put everything back towards the Rihanna thing because ever since then, he's been like just enemy number one. There's a lot of people who just, it don't matter what he say, what he do.
Yep.
They're not going to...
People never forget it, and they're never going to stop bringing it up.
Which, from my point of view, is the fact that if she's forgiving him, why are we still hurting this dude and getting on him? It's like, she's forgiving him. They've done a collaboration with each other since then. I mean, he cheated on Karuchi to go hang out with her and everything.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's doing the most.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day, it was like, I think it was on Christmas, because it was like they went to the Lakers game. He told her that he was going out for a little while, and then found out that he was at the Lakers game with Rihanna.
Oh, big dummy.
I was like, oh, Chris is wilding.
Yeah, you knew you was getting caught, because why would we be out in public?
Yeah, on Christmas.
Yeah.
Like you had a Lakers game on Christmas, sitting courtside with Rihanna.
I think out of all his girlfriends, Karuchi probably was the one I liked the most.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be the one, but he ended up being toxic with that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because stuff I found was like, pleaded guilty for felony assault for Rihanna in 2009, stalking and threatening to kill Karuchi.
Oh Lord.
Which resulted in a 5-year-long restraining order. Sued for sexual assault. Oh, but that was dropped. That was it. That was for a Paris incident. Um, let's see. Yeah, he made some comments against Tanashi most recently about their collaboration together, which I actually blame her. I was like, yeah, I was like, you could have said that way better. Someone, you think I wanted to record your songs? It's like Tanashi, you know, yes, you cool, but you know, Chris Brown made your song a hit, so you ain't have to say like, yeah, do you think I wanted to record it? And that was the more a label thing, even if it was a label thing. The label know that putting Chris Brown on your song was gonna make it a hit.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the one girl that was last year or something like that, a couple years ago, where she said he did something, and then he brought out the text message to prove like, no, I didn't do nothing to this girl. This was all consensual. And I'm like, yo, there's many things that we talk about him for. We never talk about the stuff that he's cleared up and resolved where it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, that is true.
And
maybe that's why he kind of not played it back, but just not all out here like these other celebrities no more.
Mm-hmm. And plus, I've heard him say it before, like, yo, y'all treat me like the villain, so I'm gonna act the villain. So I was like, at the end of the day, he's just a young dude that was just growing up. This is what the whole Rihanna thing happened when he was like 17, 18.
Right.
So I was like, hey.
And that was some time.
Mm-hmm.
But he is light skinned. You know, light skinned dudes do be crazy. They do.
Your light skinned dudes do be crazy. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, what would you say as far as like all these incidents and everything? If you could actually talk to him, what kind of advice would you say you would give him, or what would you say to him?
I think I probably would want to just hear his story, and I would tell him just keep doing what he's doing, because when you in the limelight like that, it's really not much that you can do without somebody trying to create a narrative, or you know. And then too, by the time they get to us or the media, it's like the game of telephone. So it's like everything is just switched up. It's just different. Mm-hmm. I would say just keep doing what he's doing, and yeah, that's really what I would just say. Because like I said, I feel like he's kind of not, like, you know how a lot of celebrities now is just like hanging out on TikTok live all the time, Instagram live, and just, you know, it's always just constant drama. I feel like he ain't really been in the drama, and it might be because he was just doing music all this time, but I think he should just focus on that. Like, even with the girl, did you see what they were saying, that he took that girl's music, but he really ended up paying her like $1 million and setting her and her family up and stuff. But he do good things. It's just that people, like you said, people don't acknowledge that stuff.
Yeah, because I seen another interview he did with Shannon Sharp. He was like, yo, I got like over 1,000 songs in my hard drive. And he's like, I just be giving songs out.
And another thing I would say is, I hope he beat G Herbo's ass. I do, and I love G Herbo, but he came at him like he was just like, everybody know Chris Brown can fight. Yeah. Like, that ain't, like, that's not no, like, you see how he moves? You know that nigga can fight.
Right, I was like, I wouldn't want to get hit by Chris Brown. He might hit you with a crazy haymaker because he'll move his body and twist and
yeah.
You were like, did you just hit me in my head and my rib at the same time?
Yeah, I would never want to fight him.
And then tripped me afterwards. All within like 5 seconds because your body was like a crazy snake. But let's see, what else do I want to ask? Also, in terms of like everything with going on, I actually had a conversation with the homies the other day because we were talking about hall passes. So, imaginary, you're in a relationship with a significant other, and they said you could have a hall pass with one celebrity if you got a chance to hook up with them. Would you want Chris Brown to be your hall pass?
No, we can just do it one time, then no, that is not enough. Nope. I was. Nope. Nah, we go on a vacation, extended vacation. Yeah, that's one thing. But nope. No.
Okay, how about this? What would if Chris Brown said, "Hey, 48 hours with me," what would your dream 48 hours date with Chris Brown be?
We would just be in the house, and he would show me all his art, and we would probably smoke, and then we would smoke, and then he showed me all the things that he think is funny. Probably watch some movies. I just really just want to be in his business. Like, I just want to be in his business. Like, you don't gotta go nowhere. You don't gotta take me to the mall. You don't gotta take me on a vacation. You don't gotta take me on a trip. You don't gotta take me to dinner. I just want to be in your business.
Just want to be in your business. I know that's right. So go back to the albums, the music, the catalog. What would you say is your favorite? Is your all his albums? What would you say is like your top 3 favorite albums in his catalog?
Like his top 3 CDs or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, number one high up is Exclusive. I love that CD.
Yeah, I think that might be my favorite one because that was like when I was like, oh, that's when I'm like, okay.
I love that.
Nice.
I love Fame. Like Fame, you bought me that CD. I played that CD out. Like I played that CD out. I love Fame. I don't know if this one count because it's him and somebody else, but Slime and B, I really like that.
Oh yeah, with Young Thug, that was a surprise hit. I was like, oh, this is actually.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I really, really, really like that.
Yeah, I was like, Fan of a Fan was another surprise one that I loved because I was like, Tyga, Chris Brown and Tyga.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too.
I was like, and this is actually nice. Tyga actually saying some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I was really shocked that I liked that. But like when I just want like a feeling of a nostalgia, sometimes I'll listen to of course like his first CD, but but for me like Fame is like up there. Every song was a hit. I like X, but I think that was probably my least favorite. But I think I was overstimulated because it was too many. It was just too many songs, but.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Now I look at this play, yeah, I do, yeah, because it was just like so much. Because that was like when he really started doing all the tons of songs. But he has some nice features on here. Got an Aaliyah feature, Nicki Minaj, Janae, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, because I like the Autumn Leaves with Kendrick Lamar. I did like that one. Then him and Trey did the songs on 12 play, remixing the R. Kelly joint.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he had the
I
New
liked
Flame.
him with Trey songs. I don't know if I like Trey songs now, but I liked him with Trey songs.
Yeah, I was like, I actually went to that tour. Because I seen Chris twice. Yeah, I saw the Chris and Trey tour, and then I went to see him last year when he went on tour with Lil Baby. That's one thing I will tell people, like, if you get a chance to go see Chris Brown on tour, you gotta take that chance because he do his thing. I definitely say the Lil Baby one was better, but one because years later he's more experienced as far as touring and doing all that. But I like the fact it was like Young Blue came out, did his set for like 15 minutes. Then Lil Baby came out, he probably performed for like 30 to 45 minutes. Then Chris came out, performed for like an hour, and then you thought it was ending. Like, okay, that's dope. And then Lil Baby came back out, performed some more songs. And then Chris came back out and performed for like another like 30 minutes. And then he brought Lil Baby out for they collab together. And then he brought Young Blue back out for they collab they had together. And I was like, yo, this is an amazing show. It was like, when you thought it was ending, he was like, when Lil Baby came back, I was like, oh, snaps. Lil Baby coming out for more songs?
Yeah, they said he performed for a long time. I only seen it one time, and I can't really remember because I think I was screaming the whole time. I was.
She said, I was thinking I was screaming the whole time.
I was. I remember that.
Oh, also, one cool thing I saw was a cool little stat I read was his first album just officially reached 1 billion streams on Spotify. It's his 6th album in his catalog to do it. What are your thoughts on that? 1 billion streams just on Spotify alone.
He deserve it. He should be rich. He really deserve. He deserve it. You know how people will say like the next Michael Jackson or better than him. I don't like to compare him to him, but I do feel like how Michael Jackson can reach any audience. I feel like Chris Brown is able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got a song for every single person, every situation. He got ballads. He got songs where he sings to God. You know what I mean? It's just he's just a versatile person, and he can work with many different kind of artists, not just R&B and hip hop people.
Yep, I was like, the new album is a perfect example. I was like, because he definitely got the reggae vibes going on. It was like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, 1 billion is all hot.
Yeah, I was like, he definitely got some dope vibes on the new album with the reggae vibes. I'm like, okay, dipping into that bag with the reggae and Afro beats and all that. Let's see, what else about the action? Mount Rushmore of R&B artists. If you could include your Mount Rushmore, who would be your 4 artists on the Mount Rushmore? I know Chris Brown would be on it or not, but I figured he would be definitely one of the 4 people.
Yeah, he definitely will be. Ooh, this is hard. I would say Donny Hathaway. Like he is just so far beyond his time. Like I wish he was still alive. Yes, Chris Brown. Oh, this is so hard. This is really, really hard. Jasmine Sullivan would definitely be up there. Like she's definitely be up there. Ooh. This is hard. Because there's so many people that I like.
You know, that's Chris Brown, Donny Hathaway, Jasmine Sullivan.
And Anita Baker.
Okay, you really... See, I love that. See, folks younger than you or your age range is like, I'm going to say, okay, I like that.
It's BA, Black IRS, aka Black Wall Street in the building.
This is E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, Peen Malenko, of course, the American cream, Brody Loads.
And I am your pod guy, your pod tribal chief, the boy A-Dub in the building. And this is Let Me Book the Territory, the greatest 4-man wrestling podcast known to mankind.
Absolutely. And you can catch us now on Inaudible Ruckus Presents. And we'll be here every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're ready for it, to sweet me when you see me and let the madness run wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
That showing your versatility, letting folks know, I can go with my bag.
It seems like my top 4 artists. I almost said Bryson Tiller, but he just need like a couple more. Then
yeah. Okay. So also besides listen to the new album, like who else is either any certain songs or certain artists that's currently on your playlist that you've been vibing to that you want to get the folks hip to?
Okay, gotta give me some. I listen to old music. Like I've really been on that Jeezy therapy for my soul. I don't know why I keep on listening to that. But let's see if I got any new music that was too. K Camp. Like I'm really just actually getting hip to K Camp. Like other than when he first came out and he made them, I thought he was kind of cheesy. But like K Camp,
Mm-hmm.
His last little CDs is.
Yeah, I was like, because they ain't been promoted. Shout out to my friend Tan and Brittany from Hear You Podcast. They actually got me hip to K Camp like maybe 2-3 years ago when they were like, yo, he is still dropping fire. And I listed on the project. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this is fire.
Fire. TT and Joy got me hit like last year, and I just started listening. And I'm like, oh, he's coming with some real fire. Like I don't know, like you said, maybe it's a promotion or what, but I love that Kiss 5, and I love this song. What is it? Out My Feelings or Drop My Feelings. I love that.
Yeah, because I remember when Tan went to like his concert. I remember seeing it on like her story, and I was like, "You went to a K Camp show?" She was like, "Yo, smile." Like for real, like you gotta check it out. And like he actually got some fire. That's why I went to the show when he came to Dallas. It was like, oh, damn, he really did. Like he's been dropping some fire for real. But let's see. Really, last song overall. Just what's your thoughts on Chris Brown overall, and anything else you wanted to mention?
I hope we see him on TV more. That's one thing. I hope we see him on TV more, because you see like a lot of artists are like in their actor bags and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I know he likes to do it for art and stuff like that. But I would love to see him on TV more. And performing more. He probably don't want to perform because it's just always something. Like every time he go out in the public eye, it's just always something when he do something, even if it's just a little interview. But yeah, and I would love to hear him do some gospel music.
Oh yeah.
I know that's probably not everybody's preference. Some people don't like when like people step out of their genre and do something, but I would love to hear him do like some gospel music.
Yeah, because I feel like with the right person could really get him to pull out that passion and that pain like on the record.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who it would be. Maybe it is Kirk Franklin or somebody just like no, do it again. Like, come on, I need you to really like dig deep. Like,
yeah.
If you need to cry in the studio, go ahead and cry in the studio. Like, come on.
Yeah, I would love to hear that. I would love to see him on TV doing more than freaking dancing. Even though I like that he danced, but I don't want to see no movie with him singing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very odd. You know what? I don't like that he's in. I don't like This Christmas. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't like that movie. I like it the first time I seen it. After that, it's like, this is just. I don't. Maybe because I feel like they don't have him on enough, or I don't know. I was just expecting him to be just the starter.
That might. I seen an interview or a clip, whatever, with Columbus Short, and he was talking about Stomp the Yard, and they was like, we gotta ask you a question about everything the one thing that's been on everybody's mind. Why Chris Brown was in the movie for like 5 minutes, and he said that he said the reason was when he originally tried to pitch the movie, he was turned down for the movie, and it was before Chris Brown's role was in it or whatever. But I forgot how he said how he was able to get Chris to agree to be in the movie or whatever. Maybe it was like, hey, you won't be in the movie long. But when he was able to secure that Chris would be in the movie, that's when he got the green light to actually shoot the movie. So it was really just like Chris just threw him like the alley-oop favor, like in order to get Stomp the Yard greenlit and made.
Okay, yeah, because it definitely seemed like I won't say used them, but you know how they do when they preview a movie, they make it seem like, oh, this person about to be, just in the movie, and then it was really, like you said, 5 minutes. Then he was dead. Like, what the hell? Yeah,
it was like he was dead in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
It's worse than a horror movie. I couldn't believe that shit.
Right. But anything else you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. Okay, no, yeah. What's your top 5 Chris Brown songs? Just period.
Ooh. songs. Period. Ooh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. You got too many, but I would say a lot of them were from like the earlier albums, because the later albums, like I would listen to them, but nothing like enough to really think about like, oh, they go in my top Chris Brown catalogs. It's really just like the albums. Like Exclusive is still my favorite. Fame is a favorite. Even the first album is still like, can't go wrong with the first one. I'm gonna have to really think about that.
Don't ask me. It's too hard to pick 5 songs.
Yeah, I was like, it's really just like the projects. like you said, Simon B. That was a great album. Even like his mixtapes, like the Boy in Detention, when he was rapping, that was fire. Yes, I can't really think of any like actual songs, but like I definitely would say, as far as albums, Exclusive is definitely number 1 for me still.
I agree.
But that's all I really wanted to do. A little quick chop over Chris Brown, talk about the new album, all the joints with you, because I know you like the biggest Chris Brown fan that I know. But appreciate you doing this with me, little sis.
I appreciate you having me on.
Oh yeah, anytime. But if you want to give people social media, you can. If folks don't know, like you don't really be on social media all like that, anyways.
Yeah, I really don't, and I really don't be talking about nothing.
Yeah, so I was like, if you want to, you can. If not, you don't have to. It's like my last homie, Tyree. He was like, I ain't getting on my social media. He's like, if you follow me, you follow me already.
Yeah, I was like, I like to talk trash more privately. That's really about it. So.
But we can wrap this up. It's your boy Smilez. I'm here with my little sis, Miss Taylor. This has been the Chris Brown 11/11 overall catalog album review, and we out.
See y'all.